All right, we're here at 901 North Bundy Drive here in Los Angeles. We start off by running our camera from a 3-inch end-of-the-line cleanout located on the right-hand side of the house near the swimming pool area, but this is on the main house. Obviously, we cannot check every pipe in the house. We're going to check the main sewer line. We do have some other cleanouts on the other side of the house. We'll continue our inspection from. This line runs through the house. It's the main line. We cannot check every pipe in the house. You will have your general inspector crawl underneath. He's going to physically look at the pipe. We're looking at the inside of the pipe. We don't see the outside. Right now we're at a backflow prevention valve, which is on the left-hand side of the house. We'll continue our inspection from there. There's another clean out beyond the valve. So coming back here, we do have some cast iron pipe that is getting a little old. Remember, we're looking at the inside of the pipe. You can see it does have a little bit of rust buildup so far. We'll have a look at it. It goes back to some ABS plastic. So obviously there were some sections of piping replaced. So we're looking at the inside. We'll have a look. You can see the connections along the way. This is all in good condition, this. Comes back to some more cast iron pipe. Definitely getting a little rough, the piping. You have to be very careful what you're flushing down the toilets. No tampons, baby wipes, paper towels, things like that. Obviously the cast iron's getting a little rough. One thing we could always recommend is to run a cable with a blade through the cast iron pipe. You can descale a lot of the rust buildup in it until it's time to change it. So just a little bit of rust buildup. Definitely needs to be at least descaled or so. It is functioning, obviously. We can't see if it's cracked or anything, because if this little slight cracks would be hidden by the rust. Obviously the pipe's functioning, it is working, but it's getting old. Not the worst cast iron I've ever seen, that's for sure. Doesn't look too bad. This is ABS plastic over here. It's going to come out of the clean out here on the side of the house. We're going to pause the recording. We're going to run our camera from the other side of the house. Okay, so now we're running our camera from the clean out on the left-hand side of the house, just after there's a backflow valve over here. We're all the way out to the city connection. Right over here is the city sewer. You see it flowing out there in the street over there. Apparently, according to Navigate LA, it's 11 feet deep. We're going to bring the camera back over here. We're going to bring our camera back. So there's the city sewer. There's your connection to the city now. You see, you do have some roots at the end over here, and this is a cured in place pipe lining right there. So these linings only, they're good for a certain amount of time. They don't really stop roots from growing. This may be a problem sometime down the road. You never want to run a cable with a blade through this lining. You'll break it. The only way to clean it is with a hydrojetter, but the hydrojetter eventually can break the end of the lining. So linings are temporary fixes over here. Minor roots though, but there are roots at the end of the lining, which you have to be very careful of. Coming back, the rest of the cured in place 6-inch lining appears to be in good condition. However, at the end of the line, you can see the roots are definitely there. Comes onto the property. It's going to change to ABS plastic over here. Now we're going to pull the camera back. We're going to look at the line because when we went in with our camera, it showed water standing in the line, but we should always check a line when you run the camera backwards. That's the proper way to do it. Because if you're going forward, you're going to make a wave. See, right over here, there's a lot of paper in the line over here. This is where it starts getting
not yet.
Not too bad. Right here, you
right
see.
here.
So, should we just start locating, Al?
Yeah. Pause it.
You want to push it forward then to where it stops. Somewhere around about here, hey? Okay, so let me pause the recording. Alright, so we're back at the city connection. We're like 11 feet deep in the street. We're going to pull the camera back. Where this clean out is, it's like 180 feet, 200 feet approximately from where we're running our camera. It was 180 feet, right?
Into the property.
Probably this was 7.5 feet deep over here. And it comes back. See, this is where it starts getting about 4.5 feet deep. So pretty much from here coming back all this way, it's not a very good grade to the pipe. It's flat.
Completely underwater.
It's underwater. Pretty much all the way. But you do, if you replace the sewer line 180 feet all the way to the city connection, you would have the grade. Because over 200 feet, 5 feet, if there are 4 feet difference, you have a difference here of like 7 feet or so. You see, it's flat. It comes out of here. It's all ABS plastic, and polyethylene pipe probably, but it's not graded properly at all. It's not graded at all properly. This looks okay over here. What is it going to help though? Because it's not going to help. You know what I mean? You look at the grease buildup in the line here. It's not going to have. In order to get this thing proper, you'd have to go all the way out. You couldn't even go to the property line because here it's 4.5 feet deep at the property line.
A little flat
yeah,
here
you see, there's no.
area.
Yeah, you can see the grease buildup. So you either got to live with it and you're going to have to hydrojet it periodically, or to replace it would be a very big job. Let me pause the recording over here. Okay, running the camera here from the 3-inch clean out here near the backflow valve upstream, goes into the house and looks like it's going upwards. So this looks good over here. You want to put it into the 4-inch one over here? I think this is possibly the one that we came from the other side, Let me pause the recording. Okay, we got our camera in from this 4-inch clean out going upstream. It's a lot of sludge in the line. This is very old, this piping. This is from the 4-inch clean out going upstream. Yeah. There's a lot of sludge in the line. Look at that cafe. Oh, look at that.
All that paper and sludge in there.
All the paper and sludge in there. Well, you probably need a low pressure hydrojetter over here to get all that crap out of the line. Okay, listen, that's about all we can do here today. We'll go ahead and stop the recording over here.